FANEXPO Canada. Are y'all ready to make some noise and show all the love to Mr. Josh Gad? Hello, hello, hello.
How are you,
Such
Bob?
a pleasure, such a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine. Hi, guys.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
How's it going?
Listen, we are so excited to have you with us. Super excited. We are big fans. I don't know if you know this. We are rabid for all of your work. Olaf might be a favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Is he a favorite? I'm just checking. Just checking. But overall, how has Toronto treated you this weekend?
It's treated me really well. I mean, you guys have been incredible. Forgive me, my voice is a little shot. I sound more like Ursula than Olaf today. But Toronto's one of my favorite places.
Love it.
I shot an independent film called Pixels here.
Make some noise. Make some noise.
Small,
Y'all know what it is.
small little indie.
Little piece of film.
Yeah. And years ago, I shot another movie called The Rocker here, and I absolutely love it every time. I love coming back. It's one of my favorite cities.
Thank you so
And
very
that's
much.
why I made this my first expo ever.
Come
by the way.
on! Come on!
So thank you, guys.
History is being made right here.
Right here, right now.
We apologize for bringing such joy that we took your voice for a little bit, but I'm sure it'll heal up quite nicely. So in order to save a bit of your voice, what we're going to do is we're going to sing to Josh at the end of the panel. We're going to let him save his voice, and we're going to show him.
Thank you for serenading me,
Okay?
guys.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Love it.
It's gonna get syrupy. Just you wait. But I got a couple of questions for you. Olaf may be one of the most fan-adored Disney characters since Robin Williams' turn as the genie. Right? When did it click for you how significant that character had become to the pop media?
Well, what's interesting is the reason that I so wanted to play a Disney character was because in 1992, November of 92, I sat in a theater and I watched Aladdin for the first time.
Come on.
And I literally turned to my mom as Robin Williams finished You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me. And I said, I'm going to do that one day. I want to do that one day. And so the idea that this character has become, this iconic thing was beyond my wildest dreams. Even though I said I wanted to do it, I never imagined he would become that thing.
Of course.
So it's been incredible. I never imagined it was going to be this big.
That's awesome.
And we made the movie, and the first time I saw it, we saw it at a screening on the Disney lot, and the movie finished, and my wife looked at me and she goes, and my wife hates everything I do, so
Oh, that's a good wife right there.
I expected her to be like, this is hot garbage. But she looked at me and she said, this is special. And I go, it is, right? She goes, no, this is old school Disney special.
Yes.
And so, I grew up in the second golden age of Disney animation. Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. And I feel like we're in the third golden age right now. And being a part of movies like Moana, Zootopia, modern day classics, it's a joy, it's a thrill, it's an honor.
I love it. Now, Disney has snipers. We know this. So I'm not going to ask you anything about Frozen 3. No one's going to ask anything about Frozen 3. You're not even going to mention Frozen 3, or else you might turn into a sleeper agent and try to kill us all. We're not doing that. What I am going to ask you is finding your voice in the characters seems almost effortless with your performance. You do it so naturally. Is that a matter of well-crafted technique, or do you very relentlessly only grab roles that make sense for your voice?
No, what's funny is if I could do it all over again, I would not have lent that snowman my voice.
What?
I would have created a different voice because it's very weird being in a supermarket and having a little child go like this. So that was my first big mistake. But no, people tell me I have a very unique voice. And so as much as I like to try to change it up, I just did a musical called Gutenberg where I got to play
Come on.
Thank you.
Shout out Steve.
Where I got to play like 50 different roles, so I enjoy doing different voices. People seem to like my voice, so I try to give it to them when I can.
Love it.
When I have it.
I mean, hey, listen. That's what happens. You gave it to all of us. Voiceover and live action both have their strengths and their weaknesses. What are your favorite parts of either in your career?
Okay, well, for me, I love a challenge. Right now, I think I can say this. I'm writing a movie called Spaceballs 2.
Come on, let's go!
And so, the challenge with something like that is, this is an iconic film that means a lot to me as a fan. That means a lot to you as fans. So the challenge there is matching the fan expectation, doing something that not only achieves everything that Mel Brooks achieved with the first film, but that honors the legacy of Mel. And I try to take that approach with everything. When we were doing Frozen 2, I said to Chris and Jen, the directors, I said, it can't just be a rehash of what made the first one so good with regard to Olaf. He needs to grow. And I said, if in the first one, he is a toddler, then in the second one, he needs to be adolescent. He needs to be going through like the terrible twos. And so like, he's much more curious, right? Things like Samantha, that was all improv because it was just, I wanted a different flavor. So with Frozen 3, I'm gonna challenge all of us to find new comedic avenues. So each one is different. I'm directing a movie I'm doing a movie about Chris Farley, one of my idols.
Yes.
And again, new challenge, new opportunity to challenge myself and hopefully challenge you guys as my fans to expect and see new things that you haven't seen from me. So that's what I look to achieve.
Dude, okay. Off book, I am so proud of you for, yes, I said it.
Thanks,
for
Mom.
putting that for putting that spotlight on classic films as well as beloved actors that people of this generation might not know about, and kind of saying like, no, let me tell you the stories that built who I am, and these are some of the people that I aspire to. Thank you for that. Like, that's awesome. That's
it's
awesome.
a privilege. It's an honor.
Yes.
Getting to work with people like Mel Brooks is one of the great. What is that thing?
It's a clapper. It's clappers. We got all kinds of clappers out here.
I feel like I'm in Karate Kid Part 2 right now.
That's a reference,
yes.
y'all.
You got it. But it's one of those things where you dream of this stuff as a kid, and then you're sitting there opposite these legends.
Of course.
And they're listening to you. They're taking advice from you.
Right.
It's surreal. Oh my gosh. It's incredible.
Haley C. Brown 3 from Instagram. Haley, are you in here? No? Hey, Haley.
Hi. Oh, this is embarrassing. She came up to me yesterday and I said, can you stand up for a second? So she was wearing this and I said, oh, what Hogwarts house are you from? And she looks at me and she goes, I'm Anna from Frozen. It was one of my worst moments.
But the question is, what Hogwarts house would Anna be in?
Oh,
see, that's what he was asking you. See,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I picked up what you were putting down.
I got so mortified. I got to watch those movies at some point.
Well, apropos, her question is, what is your favorite part about filming Frozen 1 and 2?
The freedom to do whatever I want to do. Like, those guys give me, some might say, too much leverage. The first thing I ever recorded for Frozen was Olaf's introductory scene. And they used 3 words. They said, he's innocent, he's naive, and he's a newborn. And that was all I needed. And so I started coming up with things like yellow and snow, no go. And so like ever since we did that, it's been chaos. You know, I've been impaled was not something I ever thought would be in a Disney film. And it's like I keep daring them, and they keep calling my bluffs.
You're going to learn. Hopefully.
One day.
One day.
Or they're going to learn.
Frozen 14, you'd be like, okay, I'm done.
Exactly.
I'm done. I'm not doing it. Sarah Michelle from Facebook wants to know, is there a genre you haven't explored yet that you may be interested in trying?
I'm doing a lot of dramas. I just did 2 dramas that are coming out next year that I'm really excited about.
Excellent.
I want to play a villain. It's not a genre, but I want to play a villain in something.
Okay.
I kind of did in a crazy movie called Little Monsters, a horror film.
Love that one. Great movie.
With Lupita Nyong'o.
Mm-hmm.
I play a crazy lunatic in that movie. But yeah, I want to play. I think I want to play a villain in something. Oh, LeFou.
LeFou wasn't a villain.
You know what? When Gaston is a villain. When I read the original script for Beauty and the Beast, the live action, we obviously, when I read the script for the cartoon, 20 years after it came out, I was like, oh, this is still good. When I read the live action script and they offered me that role, originally it was sort of just the cartoon character. He got slapped around and he was and I kind of was like, it's not for me, because I wanted it to be something different. And to their credit, they really let me kind of run with that and make him more complicated, which I really enjoyed. So I don't really think of him as a villain. And he was a snowman. I'll tell you guys, I told this to somebody today. So there's a moment in the Beauty and the Beast cartoon where LeFou's covered with snow and becomes a snowman. I tried desperately to get them to put me in snow in the film. And they were like, it's just too meta. I was like, I know.
But think about it.
That's the point.
Yes. Last question. This one is from Ash1Spark from Twitter. What is your favorite Olaf line?
You're right. Yeah. I like warm hugs is one of those lines that transcends long after I'm gone.
Which will be a long time from now.
Which, whatever I'm fighting right now could be very soon.
Stop it.
That line will still exist in the vernacular, I hope. I think it will.
Absolutely.
And that's why we do what we do, right? We want to give you guys something that you can come back to for years and years and years. You know, it's surreal that a movie like Snow White, that my grandparents saw in the theaters, and that my mom saw in the theater as a kid, and that I saw in the theater as a kid, and that my kids have seen in the theater as kids, is really incredible. That I have one of those, that I get to be in one of those. And no matter what crazy thing comes out of my mouth as Olaf, and there are plenty of batshit crazy things that come out of my mouth, I like warm hugs is the essence and the epitome of that character. You know, and every time somebody comes up to me and says, can I get a warm hug? It's so beautiful that, you know, people feel that, and it means something so spiritual to so many people. So take that, Frosty. No, I'm kidding. We have a healthy competition, that Snowman and I.
One more time, Toronto, on your feet, make some noise for Josh Gad.
Thank you, love you guys so much.